Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 1, Episode 15 of Star Wars The Clone Wars, titled Trespass. We start off with Chairman Cho of Pantora, and Senator Chuchi, who is the senator for Pantora, along with Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Rex landing on the planet of Ordo Plutonia, because they've lost contact with the Republic base on there. They find out that the Republic base has been wiped out, as has a Separatist base. And they find out that they were wiped out by primitives, or the natives, primitive natives. So Obi-Wan and Anakin go to investigate. Meanwhile, Chairman Cho is basically saying that this planet is theirs. He was saying it before they found out there was natives, when he had a claim to it, but now that there's natives and the Senate says who it belongs to, he's still claiming it as his. Anakin and Obi-Wan go there, and they come to the conclusion that their troops fucked up, kind of. They say that the natives were attacking the Separatists, and the Separatists attacked them, the natives, and their troops got in the crossfire, but that's kind of a nice way of saying, they probably fucked up. They definitely probably fucked up. So they try and make peace, and the peace boils down to, the Talls are willing to be good neighbors, just get out of their yard. They'll be good neighbors if you stay in your yard, and they'll stay in theirs. And they can probably occasionally have a good little Sunday little potluck. Chairman Cho doesn't like that idea, though. He's not a fan of potlucks. So he basically says they're going to war, threatens them, and ends the peace talks before it's even started. Because colonizer is as colonizer does. Anakin leaves Rex and the boys with them, but it goes to shit because everybody dies, including the chairman, but he doesn't die just yet. Senator Chuchi gets the Assembly of Pantora to basically overrule the chairman's decision so she can go in and make peace. She tries to get the Jedi to do it, which I don't see anything wrong with the Jedi. I understand the Jedi saying that Chuchi needs to do it because it's her people that started this war, but also, what the hell are they even there for then? Isn't that their entire job? Wasn't that their entire job before the war? They were the peacekeepers. They were the negotiators. I understand where they're coming from, but, weren't Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon going to the Trade Federation in the first movie to negotiate on behalf of the Senate? Senator Chuchi points out that she is technically their boss, so she could order it. She says it in a petulant little childish way, but, still, she's kind of not wrong. It would be better for them. Also, I guess this is Obi-Wan basically saying, bro, if you can't negotiate with these guys, the hell are you even doing in the Senate in the first place? Chairman orders her with his last breath to finish the war, but she's like, oh, she agrees. She'll finish the war, all right. She takes his chairman's helmet and a spike or a spear, puts it in the ground and puts the helmet on the spear, and tells the Chief Tall that to die for one's people is honorable, to live for one is even a greater honor, or whatever, something like that. And she says she chooses to live. What does he choose? And he says he also chooses to leave, and so they kind of leave. It seems kind of like it kind of ended to, blasé all that. Not blasé. It kind of ended with a hand wave kind of thing, but also, the guy who started the war is dead, so they don't have any reason to continue it. And from their point of view, yes, they probably lost more people than they did, but the enemy had bigger weapons, and they won. They came out of it winners. So the Talls are all right. I also do assume that Senator Chuchi is probably going to respect the Talls' not neutrality, sovereignty, and also maybe further push to have good relations. It seems like that's something she would try to do. It's kind of weird. I kind of think Obi-Wan and Anakin were useless this episode. If they weren't going to be the ones negotiating, they shouldn't have been in this episode. I kind of feel like Rex at this point is an established enough character where we would have been fine with him to be the only other character. I mean, I suppose maybe we could have had Anakin and Obi-Wan show up by a hologram and say they're sending Rex with them to investigate. Because other than that, I feel like Anakin and Obi-Wan were only there to be there, which I guess is fine. But they didn't do anything this episode, so I don't really like that. I mean, they gave the senator advice, so that's good. Also, I do love that this kind of contrasts the Lerman episode. Like this, like how Anakin says there's a difference between defending people and dragging innocents into war. Meanwhile, the chairman is directly trying to drag innocents into a war. So the chairman, of course, thankfully dies. He dies very unceremoniously, as he deserves, piece of shit character. Overall, this episode was I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want. Wait, no, I just thought of something. I just remembered something. So the old Clone Wars, there was a tall character. A character the same species of this episode in the old Clone Wars 2003 microanimation, I think it is. So that show was, of course, decanonized before Disney even came along, because they don't know about the natives in this episode. So, yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure that same character pops up in A New Hope. Of course, that's after the fact, so it doesn't really matter. Of course, that's after the fact, so they would have been discovered by then, but, like, yeah. I guess this episode kind of decanonizes the micro-series, the 2003 series. I just remembered that. Yeah, so can't blame Disney for everything. But so I guess that means that they decided that or unless they made a Legends explanation for why that character existed before in like some books or whatever. Oh well. Yeah, I just thought of that. Sticking with the thing, 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.